Hello everyone, good morning. For teleSUR, I'm Cody Weddle in Caracas, Venezuela. To begin this Monday morning, authorities say they have identified the mastermind behind Friday's attacks in Paris. Now, the man is believed to have fled Europe and currently be in Syria. Meanwhile, raids continue across France. The French government conducted 168 raids as they continue the search for another man, Salah Abdeslam, a French national. He is believed to have helped the 7 attackers affiliated with the Islamic State group that carried out attacks across Paris. Belgium's security forces are also carrying out raids as the man was reportedly living in Brussels before the attack. And the attacks in Paris and also recent attacks in Beirut have shifted attention from the economy to terrorism at the G-20 summit in Turkey. The world's largest economies will discuss efforts to fight the Islamic State group worldwide. British Prime Minister David Cameron and U.S. President Barack Obama held separate talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin at the summit, seeking to coordinate airstrikes over the war-torn nation. Prime Minister Cameron says he will continue efforts at home to gain authorization for joining the U.S.-led coalition. The FARC guerrillas and the Colombian government are planning to extend a mine deactivation campaign. The campaign, which has been running parallel to the Havana peace talks since May this year, has been successful in the area of El Orejon in the province of Antioquia, where soldiers and guerrillas have worked together to deactivate the mines. Given the success during this trial period, the campaign will now be extended to other areas around the country. However, concerns have been raised given that paramilitary forces around the area of El Orejon have tried to impede the efforts. A crucial debate took place in Argentina a week before a second-round presidential election will take place. Candidates Daniel SCIOLI and Mauricio MACRI displayed completely divergent agendas there and fierce attacks. Now, while SCIOLI highlighted the importance of social services and public assets, MACRI, on the other hand, focused on change and opposing the current government. SCIOLI criticized MACRI for promoting the privatization of basic social services during his time as the mayor of Buenos Aires and warned that regional integration is at stake. And another crucial electoral campaign kicked off here in Venezuela. The ruling United Socialist Party held a massive rally in the city of YARACUY. Thousands of government sympathizers gathered to mark the beginning of the official campaigning period ahead of parliamentary elections to be held on December 6th. Experts and analysts have raised concerns over the possibility of the opposition rejecting official results. The United States has carried out a fresh delivery of weapons and ammunition to fighters in Syria. The delivery was made over the weekend to a newly formed armed group called the Arab Coalition. Now, the group took over the Idlib province on Sunday, backed by U.S.-led airstrikes. The Arab Coalition has stated that its only goal is to fight against the Islamic State group and retake Raqqa. The city has become ISIS's main stronghold in Syria. Meanwhile, a mass grave has been found in the Iraqi city of SINJAR. Dozens of bodies of the Yazidi minority were found in a mass grave after the city was retaken by Kurdish Peshmerga forces over the weekend. Now, the bodies are believed to be of women. The United Nations is currently investigating the crimes and whether they were committed by the Islamic State against Yazidis and whether it can be labeled a genocide. The discovery of the mass grave caused the Yazidis to reportedly torch the houses of Sunni neighbors in Sinjar. Protests continue ahead of the APEC summit in the Philippines. Despite security controls being reinforced there, activists are criticizing the widespread inequality throughout the host country and the U.S. influence at the summit. They are also rejecting the recently revealed TPP free trade agreement. Russia announced earlier last week that it will not attend the summit, and China has expressed its concerns over the South China Sea becoming part of the summit's agenda. And in cultural news now, a unique soup in Bolivia is becoming a favorite among locals and tourists there. Now, the dish is credited with curing hangovers and even male impotence. We sent our correspondent Dimitri O'Donnell to a local restaurant to find out what all the fuss is about with that soup.
Soup is a staple dish in most homes and restaurants around the world. But this Bolivian soup has an extra special ingredient you won't find anywhere else: a bull's penis. Known as caldo de cardan, the soup is becoming widely popular as a hangover cure.
It's very nice. It has a smooth texture and is strong at the same time. It starts off warm in the body, then you get the taste of the meat, and at the same time, it's boiled.
At this traditional restaurant, they've been serving the soup to their hungry customers for years. The recipe is a closely guarded secret, but the main ingredient is the bull penis nerve and the hoof. It takes almost 24 hours to get the perfect taste.
The meat is extremely hard. It can't be cooked quickly in an hour or two. You have to cook it all night. Keep it on a slow and regular heat so it does not evaporate and the essence does not leave the broth.
Cooks say this dish is special and not just for its taste. It's widely known that Bolivian men eat caldo de cardan to help cure impotence, so it's become famous as a more natural alternative to Viagra. And it tastes rather good too. The soup originated in the central Bolivian city of Cochabamba and was mostly eaten by men at the end of the working week. Now it's advertised everywhere and enjoyed by everyone, mainly because of its special kick.
It lifts your mood, the sexual and viral mood. It encourages you to always be wanting to have a little more sexual relations.
Because the main ingredient of this soup is a bull's penis, you might think that people would be hesitant to try it. But the soup is becoming so popular, it's now on the menu at some of Bolivia's top restaurants. And Bolivians swear that if you're looking for the best way to start your weekend, you can't go wrong with a bowlful of this unique concoction. Dimitri O'Donnell, teleSUR, La Paz.
Or a good way to start the week, perhaps. Thanks to Dimitri there for that report on an interesting soup there in Bolivia. That's what we're covering this morning. Plenty more on all of those stories and others at our website, telesurtv.net/English. Also join us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. For teleSUR English, I'm Cody Weddle. We'll see you back here in just a few hours.